Hey everyone, welcome to the Build Your English podcast, helping you speak with confidence when it matters. I'm Sarah, and I need you to be honest with yourself for a second. Have you ever had a moment where you didn't quit English, but you quietly stepped away from it?
And I'm Daniel. Oh yeah, the quiet quit. The I'm not quitting, I'm just taking a break quit.
The I'll start again next Monday quit.
Monday is the superhero of imaginary plans. Monday wakes up early, drinks water, and has zero emotional problems.
Monday also doesn't have laundry. Meanwhile, Tuesday is like, hi, I'm tired, and I have 20 messages.
Exactly. So yeah, this episode is for that moment. Not a dramatic exit, just a slow fade. You stop opening the app, you stop speaking, and you start thinking you can't sound like yourself.
And we're keeping it light, because this topic can get heavy if you stare at it too long. And real life is already heavy. We're going for funny, relatable, and actually useful, without turning into a lecture.
No sad piano music.
No rainy window montage, like a dramatic movie montage where someone stares outside and thinks about their life.
And if I say live, laugh, learn English, please report me.
Deal. Okay, Daniel, messy version only. What was your last I'm done moment with English?
It was a work call. And I know that's common, but it really is the perfect place for your brain to betray you. Because you're under pressure, and you're trying to sound professional, and you can't just say, sorry, my brain is closed today. I had notes. I had coffee. I had that 5-minute confidence, like I sat down and I thought, okay, today I'm going to sound normal. And the second I thought that, I swear the universe went, oh yeah? Let's test this.
The universe loves a test.
It really does. Someone asked me a simple question, something like, so what's the plan for next week? Not a philosophical question, not a trick, just a normal workplace question. And my brain left. It clocked out like, I'm taking lunch, good luck. And my mouth started talking anyway, which is never good because then I go into emergency English. Short words, weird pauses, and the classic sentence. Yes, next week. We do the things.
We do the things is a survival kit sentence.
It is. And the worst part is, I understood everything. The English wasn't the problem. The problem was the pressure, speed. That feeling that everyone is waiting even if they're not. My brain was buffering, like the little spinning wheel, you know? Where you're like, hello? Are we loading? And after the call, I felt embarrassed, but not in a simple way. I didn't feel like, oops, I made a mistake. I felt like, why did I sound like a simpler version of myself?
That line hits, because it's not just language, it's identity.
Exactly. In my own language, I'm more me. I can be funny. I can be quick. I can show personality. In English, in that moment, I was like a basic robot. Yes, plan, things. And then my brain tries to protect me with the worst solution. Quit. Never do this again.
The brain's logic is wild. We can solve discomfort by never speaking again.
And it escalates fast. Suddenly I'm like, I'm moving to the mountains.
Why are the mountains always the plan?
Because in the mountains, no one asks follow-up questions. No one says, could you elaborate? It's just goats and silence.
Sorry, I can't elaborate. I live with goats now.
Exactly. But yeah, quitting looks attractive in that moment, not because you hate English, you hate the feeling.
That's the part people don't say out loud. It's not, I hate English. It's, I hate how I feel in English.
And those feelings are loud.
They're rude.
They show up uninvited and sit on your couch.
And they act like they pay rent.
Exactly. Like, English comes with this whole emotional support squad. Uninvited. Hi, I'm shame. Hi, I'm comparison. And comparison is the worst because it brings receipts.
Receipts is crazy. And they're never nice receipts.
Never. It's always, here's a video of someone your age speaking perfectly, making jokes, sounding confident, and somehow looking amazing on a video call at 8 a.m.
Perfect lighting, no bad angles.
Like they were born inside a ring light.
And they say, oh, I learned English naturally.
That phrase makes my eye twitch.
Same. Naturally means what exactly?
It means they struggled quietly for years, and now they're pretending they didn't. It's like someone training for a marathon and saying, "Oh, I just ran." No, you suffered. You just forgot that part.
So basically, if we had to say it in one sentence, it's not English. It's pressure plus emotions. That's the real enemy.
Yes, pressure plus emotions. Because if you're relaxed, you speak better. If you feel judged, you freeze.
Okay, I want to share mine too, because my quitting moment happened in a situation that should have been easy. It was casual. No boss, no client, just a normal conversation.
Those are brutal because you're like, why can't I do the easy version?
Exactly. I was telling a simple story. Not a TED Talk, a simple story. And I kept losing words. Normal words. The kind of words you think you'll never forget. And every time I lost one, I could feel my body reacting. Shoulders up, face hot. I started speaking faster to cover it. Like if I run fast enough, nobody will notice I'm lost.
The panic speed up.
Yes, I sounded like I was running from bees. And after it ended, I had that quiet thought. Why am I doing this to myself? And that's the quitting mood. It's not dramatic, it's just discouraging.
What did you do after?
First, I complained to a friend, because saying it out loud makes it smaller. Then I did something that sounds boring but is honestly powerful. I refused to make it a crisis. I treated it like a normal day where my brain wasn't cooperating. Because that happens in your own language too. You forget words in your own language. You just don't turn it into a personality diagnosis.
That's so true. In your own language, you go, "What's that word?" And you laugh. In English, you go, "This proves I'm terrible."
Exactly. English mistakes become identity stories. Like one mistake becomes, I'm bad at this.
Which is a wild conclusion from one moment.
So here's the first quiet reset for anyone listening. A bad moment is not a verdict. It's a moment.
A moment, not a verdict.
Okay, wait. I have an idea and it's going to sound weird, but I think it'll make this more fun.
Uh-oh.
Imagine there's a customer service line for English learners. Like a hotline you call when you're about to quit.
Oh no, an English quit hotline.
Yes, like press 1 if you forgot a word in public.
Press 2 if you pretended you understood and now you're trapped.
Press 3 if you watched a video and understood nothing and now you think you're broken.
And press 4 if you bought a new notebook and you believe it will change your life.
Okay, I'm calling. Ring ring.
Hello, thank you for calling the English Quit Hotline. My name is Daniel. Before we begin, are you calling from logic or emotions?
Emotions. Fully emotions.
Great! You've reached the correct department. What happened?
I froze in a conversation. I forgot words. I sounded weird. And now my brain is acting like this is a personality flaw. Like something is wrong with me.
Okay, quick questions. Did you die?
No.
Did the other person scream, "You are banned from English forever"?
No.
Perfect. So we're in normal human territory. Now, are you trying to speak perfectly or are you trying to communicate?
Communicate.
Then you're allowed to be messy. You can pause. You can restart. You can say, "Wait, what's the word?" You can rephrase. You can even laugh and keep going. That's not failure. That's literally what communication looks like in real life.
I like this hotline. It makes the mistake feel smaller.
That's the job. Because mistakes only become dangerous when you turn them into a movie.
My brain loves turning things into a movie.
Same. It will replay awkward moments at 2 a.m. like a premiere, like a big event.
With popcorn.
Exactly. And when your brain does that, you're allowed to respond with, "Thank you, brain. Not today."
Okay, let's bring in a second caller. Because this hotline is always busy.
Always.
Caller says, "Hi, I studied a lot this week, but I don't feel progress. I feel stuck. Should I quit?"
I get that so much. Here's what I'd say. Progress is sneaky. It shows up in weird ways. One day you understand a joke in a movie. One day you catch a sentence without translating. One day you realize you can explain something without the perfect word. It's not a straight line.
It's like watching a plant grow. If you stare at it, nothing happens. You look away for a week and suddenly it's taller.
Exactly. So if your only measurement is, "Do I feel fluent today?" you'll feel discouraged. But if you look for small wins, you'll see it. Less fear, faster responses, more comfort.
So, okay, mini checkpoint. Basically, the goal isn't feel fluent today. The goal is keep collecting small wins. That's how people stay in the game.
Yes, collecting proof. Confidence is evidence.
Evidence that you can show up and survive moments.
Because confidence isn't a gift. It's a side effect.
Okay, caller number 3. Hi, I have a big plan. I miss one day. I feel guilty. Then I disappear for weeks.
That caller needs a minimum plan.
The plan for real life, not fantasy life.
Fantasy life is so productive. Fantasy life wakes up early, drinks water, has energy, and somehow doesn't have laundry.
Laundry is the villain. Laundry never ends.
Exactly. So, minimum plan means something so small you can do it even on your worst day. 2 minutes, 5 minutes, something your brain can't argue with.
And your brain will argue.
Always. Your brain is like, not today.
And you're like, 2 minutes.
Your brain goes, but I don't feel like it.
And you go, I didn't ask.
Exactly. My favorite minimum plan is a voice note to yourself. 30 seconds. No audience, no pressure. You just talk about what's happening. I'm making coffee. I'm tired. I'm going to work. I want something sweet. Done.
I love that because it's real speaking, but private. You can be messy and it's fine.
Another one is one sentence out loud. Just one. Like brushing your teeth. Daily maintenance.
Because the disappearance is the real enemy.
When you disappear, coming back feels like a big project again.
And English shouldn't feel like a project. It should feel like part of life. Like commuting, cooking, walking, cleaning, waiting in line.
Waiting in line is free time with anger.
That's true. Okay, can we talk about embarrassment? Because embarrassment is one of the biggest quitting triggers.
I hate this section.
You'll survive. I'll go first. I was traveling, I wanted a snack, and I meant to say chips. I said ships.
Classic.
So I asked the cashier, "Do you have ships?" And they looked at me like I was starting a shipping company.
We have boats, but they're seasonal.
My face got hot, but the cashier smiled and said, "Chips?" very gently. I said, "Yes, chips." And that was it. No drama. I survived.
That's the real lesson. You survived. And most people aren't judging you. They're just trying to understand you.
Unless it's your inner critic.
My inner critic is not kind.
Your inner critic needs a hobby.
My inner critic needs therapy.
Okay, your embarrassing moment.
I was in a meeting and I wanted to say, I'll follow up, meaning I'll send details later. I said, I'll follow you. And then there was silence, 1 second, but it felt like 5 years. Then I panicked and said, no, sorry, I will follow you up. Which is worse. Finally, I saved myself with the simplest sentence in the world. I will send an email.
That is a real strategy. Simple saves you.
Simple saves you. Because confidence doesn't come from fancy words. It comes from clarity. Clear, simple, calm.
And recovery. Recovery is the skill nobody talks about.
Recovery is everything. Because you're not trying to never make mistakes. You're trying to handle mistakes calmly and keep moving.
Okay, checkpoint. If we had to say it cleanly, you don't need perfect English. You need calm recovery. That's what makes you sound confident.
That's exactly it.
Now, I want to make this practical without turning it into a classroom. Just real moments like quick snapshots, because these are the moments people freeze in.
Yes, real-life snapshots, like the moments where you feel your brain going blank.
Okay, snapshot 1. You're on a call. Someone asks you a question and your brain is empty.
What do you say?
You buy time. Good question. Let me think for a second. That's it.
And it sounds normal, because it is normal.
Snapshot 2. You forget a word mid-sentence.
Rephrase.
Exactly. What's the word for when you pay each month? Or you pay every month for it?
That's still communication. People understand you.
Snapshot 3. You didn't understand what someone said.
Don't pretend.
Sorry, could you say that again? Or I didn't catch that.
Calm asking is confident.
Snapshot 4. Restaurant. The server asks, "Are you ready to order?" And your brain panics.
You say, not yet. Can I have 1 more minute?
Clean, easy, no drama. And if they ask something you don't understand, "Sorry, what does that mean?"
People avoid those sentences because they think it makes them look weak.
But pretending is stressful. Asking is calm.
And calm is confidence.
That's a good line.
Put it on a mug.
You and your mugs.
I'm sorry, I can't stop. It's my personality.
Speaking of personality, can we talk about the simpler version of myself feeling again? Because that's the thing that makes people quietly quit.
Yeah, because you don't just want to speak. You want to sound like you.
Exactly. You have humor, opinions, little reactions, and in English, you feel like you can only say yes, no, maybe, I think. And you're like, that's not me.
It feels like your personality is behind glass.
So here's something I think helps, and it's not fancy. Instead of trying to express your full personality in English immediately, you build a few personality shortcuts, like phrases you actually use in real life.
Like default reactions.
Yes, that's a good point. Wait, really? No way. I love that. Honestly, I'm not sure. Give me a second. Those phrases are small, but they make you sound like a real person, not a robot.
And they make you feel like you. That matters.
Because when you start recognizing yourself in English, confidence grows faster.
Okay, this is where we need a little energy boost, because people listening right now might be thinking, okay, cool, but what do I do in the moment when my brain goes blank? Like, what do I do when the panic hits?
Yes. Wait, hold on. Let's do a quick bit. Not a segment, just a thing we're doing right now. Like, what your brain says versus what you should say.
Oh no, this is dangerous. But yes, let's do it.
Situation 1. Someone asks you a question and you need time. Your brain says,
Answer now, or you'll be hated forever.
what you should say.
Good question. Let me think for a second.
Situation 2. You forgot a word. Your brain says,
Shut down. Pretend you don't have a mouth.
what you should say.
What's the word for? Or you rephrase.
Situation 3. You didn't understand. Brain says,
Smile. Pretend. Risk your life.
what you should say.
Sorry, could you say that again? Or, I didn't catch that.
Situation 4. You said something wrong. Brain says,
Move to the mountains.
what you should say.
Sorry, let me say that again. Or, and fix it.
That's the whole thing. Confidence isn't never messing up. Confidence is handling it.
And if you mess up, you recover. Calm recovery. That's the skill.
Okay, motivation. Because people wait for motivation, and motivation is unreliable.
Motivation is that friend who says, I'm on my way, and then cancels with, sorry, I'm tired.
So if you depend on motivation, you'll be inconsistent.
That's why minimum plans work. They're not exciting, but they're stable. And stability creates confidence.
And there's a rule I love for real life. Miss one day, fine. Just don't miss twice.
Never miss twice.
Because one missed day is normal, 2 becomes a pattern. Patterns become breaks. Breaks become 3 months.
Full circle. The quiet quit.
Exactly. So if you're listening and you're in that quitting mood, I want you to hear this in a normal voice, not a motivational voice. You don't need a big restart. You need a small action today.
And a kinder story in your head.
Instead of, I'm terrible, try, I'm learning. Or if that feels too emotional, go practical. I did 2 minutes today.
Evidence. Proof. That's what builds confidence.
Okay, last question, Daniel. Why do you keep learning? What makes you come back even after a bad call?
I like unlocking things. A joke in a movie. A random comment online. A conversation with someone new. It makes life bigger. And honestly, I don't want English to be the reason I stay quiet in moments that matter. Work, travel, meeting new people. I want to show up as me, not as the simpler version.
That's it. For me, it's independence and connection. I like being able to speak up when something matters, even if I'm nervous. And I like recognizing myself in English, little by little. Like, oh, that sounded like me. That's a great feeling.
And if you're listening and you're feeling discouraged, remember, you don't need confidence first.
You can be nervous and still do it.
You can be embarrassed and still do it.
You can be tired and still do it.
You can be busy and still do it.
You can be dramatic.
And still do it.
All right, thanks for spending time with us on the Build Your English podcast. Catch you in the next episode.
And hey, don't move to the mountains yet. Try one small thing first. Bye, everyone.